Oh, good morning. I did not get up as early as I was supposed to, but I'm going to try and get ready. I don't know if anybody is going to be awake this early, but we will see. And I'm just going to got my mirror over here, so I'm just going to try and start getting ready. If people pop in, I can try and resituate on the camera so I can see a little bit better, but I'm just going to try and start getting ready. I did not. It is 6:24. I was supposed to get up an hour ago, and I did not get up. I'm tired. So I'll see if I can get ready before my daughter wakes up. I probably won't do an elaborate eye makeup today, but that is okay. I don't always. I was trying to put some moisturizer on because my skin is so dry. Everything is dry. I did get the coffee going. I forgot to set it up before I got up or before I went to bed, so hopefully that'll be ready by the time I'm done. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's okay. Oh, goodness. Just putting primer on right now. I'm gonna try and let that sink in for a minute before I start putting on everything else. I'm probably not gonna say a whole lot unless somebody pops on and chimes in. Just because it's faster for me to get ready. Doing my different concealer steps right now. Good morning, Deborah. I came on. I was gonna come on an hour earlier and I just couldn't get up. How are you doing this morning? my daughter woke up at like 4:15, so I was like, I don't want to get up in an hour. So I ended up sleeping an extra hour. So I'm on here a little bit later than I was. I'm putting on all my concealer. And I'm going to go in with my mineral powder. I've been wearing that lately instead of liquid. Oh, thank you so much. I always appreciate people watching. I always feel like I'm a little bit boring to watch. So I always appreciate everybody that watches. I probably look a little washed out because I just have my lamp and my overhead like desk light on. I don't have the light on in the bedroom. But this is my first time to like trying to do a live while I'm getting ready. So Monday, if I do another one, I can, if it's better, I can try and put the light on like in the room. And then I just take a pressed powder and kind of set the concealer a little bit because I feel like the mineral foundation doesn't set it very well and it'll crease a little bit. And then this like has a tint to it, so it gives me a little bit extra coverage too, I think. Oh, do you have to go to work today? I do. But I'm off tomorrow, so that should be okay. Even though I'm tired. I am supposed to go see a movie tonight with my parents. We're supposed to go see the Zombieland sequel. I'm supposed to meet them over there afterward. My in-laws are going to watch the Baby Loader, which is nice. I just take it on and buff it in. So the foundation I've been wearing in my last few videos has been this one. This is a Mary Kay mineral powder foundation. I know some people don't like Mary Kay, especially with the scandals that have been coming out about the MLM companies, but I like Mary Kay's products, so there's a lot of stuff that I still use. And I feel like if the people selling it don't have a problem and the product is good and they want to do it, doesn't really bother me anyway. Light and Cafe, good morning. It's early. So I still use Mary Kay. Not everybody likes it, and that is fine. Like I said, the product's good, and the people that I buy from have been selling it for years, and they like selling it, and they don't care. So, but I know if like you're familiar with LuLaRoe, people have been getting all uppity about because LuLaRoe is a multi-level marketing company, but like one of my best friends, her mom sells LuLaRoe and she likes selling LuLaRoe. So I'm like, well, if she likes selling it, then and people buy it, then like that's her prerogative to do it. I don't really harp on the MLM companies. And I used to buy LuLaRoe. I have a bunch of LuLaRoe. I just don't buy it as much because it's expensive. But yeah, I'm not. I mean, her mom still sells it. She likes selling it. So everybody will see how I actually, because obviously right now I don't really have eyebrows. And then my eyes run. So if you see me while I'm sitting here, my eyes run all the time. I think it's allergies, but. And then when I get to work, my nose runs. And I do take allergy medicine and I use nose spray and everything still runs. And it's really annoying. But I use a pencil and a powder and a little bit of a brow tint and make it look like I have eyebrows. So I probably won't say anything much for just a minute while I get this shape drawn in. Generally, if I'm not going to wear makeup to work, I think I only didn't wear makeup one time. It was because I was called in on my day off, but I did run in here and put my eyebrows on. My daughter is little, so I have to get ready before she gets up. So if I don't get ready before she gets up, I'm kind of like SOL. So when I was called into work, I was like, well, I'm not wearing makeup, just like FYI. But I was able to come in and put my eyebrows on really quick because I just don't really have any. And I don't do anything to them. My mom was like thinking that I like over tweezed them, but I don't. I just don't really have any. They're just thin. They're not very dark. Who cares? So this is kind of how I figured out how to kind of make it look like they're not drawn on with a Sharpie. See the difference? It's like night and day difference already. This is a new pencil. I was using something I got in like a BoxyCharm and I used it up and I was going to repurchase it. And it was like $17. I mean, which isn't like outrageous, but like the Anastasia pencil is like 20. So, I mean, it is kind of expensive for a like kind of obscure brand, but so I went and bought this. What is this Maybelline one for like $6, and this one seems to be working pretty good. So yeah, my eyes run all morning while I'm getting ready. But I do take allergy pills and use spray, and everything like still runs. So I'm starting to wonder if I'm allergic to like talc or something because I feel like my eyes run more when I'm putting makeup on, and there's like talc is something they put in like every. It's an eyeshadow. It's in pressed powder. It's in probably the foundation that I have. It's like the ingredients, but that would make sense when my eyes run so bad while I'm putting my makeup on. And then I have to try and relax my face because like one eyebrow will get like higher than the other. If my face muscles are tense, they'll do like this weird thing, and so then it looks like my eyebrows are offset, and they're not because I'll get to work and my face will be relaxed and they look fine. So then I draw them on. First step. I know it's probably super exciting to watch, but And it's funny because I've had clients the last couple weeks like have because we do waxing at Supercuts, we can do eyebrow waxing. And so I've had people like, "Oh, can you do my eyebrows? Yours look so good." And I'm like, this is an illusion. But yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's so nice. But I'm thinking like, yeah, what I have on my face. But I do like cusp to tweeze and stuff down in here. But and then I put some powder over it. I feel like this sets the pencil a little bit. I don't know if I need to do this step, but the hardest part for me has been finding a product that makes it look like I have eyebrows, but doesn't necessarily make it look like I drew it on with a Sharpie. Because sometimes you can get some really like harsh brow products and it's like too dark and it's too much. And I don't necessarily want them to look, even though they are drawn on, I don't necessarily want them to look like they're drawn on. So, oh, good morning, Marcy. Yeah, I came on later than I was said I was going to, so I wasn't sure if anybody was going to show up. How are you doing? I just got done putting my eyebrows on, so now I actually have eyebrows. Oh. I do a pencil and a powder, and now I put this like tinted brow gel on, and that is kind of how I create eyebrows. Yeah, mine are so bad. It's probably the least exciting step that I do, but it's probably one of the most important because I have not worn makeup in a lot of videos. So if you've seen me, you know that I do not have eyebrows. And then now I have eyebrows. And then I go into contour. And then before after I do my foundation, then I spray, and then I will do bronzer and blush and all that, and then I will do setting spray a second time. I do 3 layers of setting spray, but my makeup tends to be on for like 12 to 14 hours. So that kind of helps, I think, with the longevity of it. Oh, and we were talking about e.l.f. products last night. e.l.f. has their setting spray. Their like dollar setting spray is good. I had some and I used it up. But yeah, if you're gonna have makeup on that long, like face primer, setting spray, eyeshadow primer, like that's why my eyeshadow still looks good. Like in my videos when I filmed them, and I've had the eyeshadow on for 12 to 14 hours, is because of the primer. Now, if you're not having it on that long, you don't necessarily need that stuff. But for me, yeah, it ends up being on my face for a really long time. And I found that helps. So I'm just using contour, and then I'll go back in with the bronzer on my forehead a little bit. With my hair being blonde, and then I'm pale, I feel like I need to like bronze and contour, because otherwise I feel like I look super washed out. And then when I just got my roots done, so that now I look like Daenerys Targaryen right now, and so I really feel like I need the bronzer. And then I have this nice little flat. I got this in when I was still getting the Morphe and Me subscription, that brush subscription forever ago, and I use this to contour the sides of my nose. because it is the right shape and it takes 2 seconds to run that down. And then I put some under here. Putting bronzer or contour under your lip makes your lips look a little bit fuller, and then I can show you what I do. See, now my nose is starting to run. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if I am allergic to talc. So this is just the matte, what is this, a Tarte Trio. So I take a little bit of the bronzer to make my Cupid's bow more pronounced. I run in the middle, and this is just a little eyeshadow brush. I run it in the center of the Cupid's bow. Take a little bit right on the side of where the first peak is. On the other side. And you can actually take the contour down on the tops too, makes your lips look fuller. So that's if you don't, like me, I have like my Cupid's bow isn't super pronounced. This creates the illusion that it's a little more prominent without doing like fillers and stuff. There's nothing wrong with doing lip fillers, but if you don't want to do that, that's a good little cheat hack. Let's see. And then I go back in, like everything I put on was matte. So I have like a shimmery bronzer in this other Tarte palette and back in with that same brush. And then I take a little bit of the shimmery one and blend out the top. There's a bronzer that I really like that's in this Too Faced face palette that I have, but it's very like red undertoned. And I think I mentioned this in a video. That's the one that, oh, good morning, Jean. That's the bronzer that I wore one day, and Mike was like, your face looks like you've been sunburned. And it's because I had too much of that bronzer on with the like red undertone. It's really pretty, but I have to be careful with it because it makes me look sunburned apparently. Trying to figure out blush and highlight. Sometimes I use the ones out of this trio. I really like this. This is the Hamptons Weekends contour palette from Tarte. I really like this one. They have 2 different ones. I like the Hamptons one. All 3 of these products are really good. Some of these Tarte face palettes I think are hit and miss because I have that. I think I showed you last night with the blush and the highlighter, and that's from Tarte, and that highlighter in there is horrible. And I take it up around my eyebrow. But this set is good. This is probably one of my favorite contour shades. So this is probably when I hit pan, I will probably replace this whole palette because I like all of these shades. Somebody that likes nose highlight, it's not necessary to do nose highlight. And I do highlighter before blush because I feel like it's not, I feel like when you do it after, it can sometimes sit on top of the blush and it looks weird. So I do highlighter, contour, highlighter, but you do not have to do, nobody has to do these things in these orders. These are just the way I think it looks better on my face. And I'm close enough. I have my mirror over here, but I'm close enough that I can still see the chat. So that's good. This blush is very pigmented though, so I have to be careful. The blush in that other little quad is not as pigmented. It's more buildable. It's a pretty shade, but you can just like dig in there and you're not going to get like clown cheeks right away. This one's a lot more pigmented. I don't know what happened with that duo. take a little bit on there, put it on my nose and my chin. Gives you a sun-kissed appearance, and I put a little bit up in the temples. And then I spray, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter one. I do this one twice, and then I have another one that I use once. I did this one right after I was done with my foundation, and then I do it after I'm done with the contouring, and then I will go back in with a random. I've been trying to use up this one at the very end, so I do 3 layers of setting spray. That is why I still have makeup on my face at the end of the day. My lips are dry. Oh. Face is so dry. Yeah, I need to drink more water. I'm not drinking enough water. And that takes me about 20 minutes to do that. I'll probably put a little bit of eyeshadow on. Probably not going to do anything elaborate. Need to be done in like 20 minutes. Get my daughter up. At least by 7:30. It's 6:50, so I need to be done like with my hair and everything by 7:30. Probably 7:40. Because I can just get her up and put her in the car. I take her and the dog over to my in-laws. Let's see. And I did not pick out a palette before I went to bed. See, if I pick out palettes before I go to bed, then I use different ones. If I'm like sitting here and I just grab for something, I tend to grab for what's in direct view or like the same like easy palettes over and over. I'm trying to think what I'm wearing today. I've only used this one once. I'm going to try and use the Norvina. Very like neutral. I think I'm going to wear my pink sweatshirt and my jeans today. Because that also matters. Because sometimes I will do eyeshadow and not think about what I put on. And then I put on clothes and it's like a very contrasting color scheme going on between my eyeshadow. I'm going to try and put this on the computer and hopefully it doesn't mess anything up. So that has happened before too, because I didn't plan out what I was doing ahead of time. Yeah, I've only used this palette once, so that color doesn't even really like show up. Going with this one. And I will generally do a crease shade. You don't have to. I think the beauty community has kind of made people feel like they have to use a transition shade now, and you don't. It's not necessary. It depends on if you're doing like with dramatic eye looks, sometimes it helps because then you've got a little more of a seamless gradients with the colors. But if you're using all similar colors on your eyes, it's not necessary to go in with a shade. I feel like we watch these beauty videos and then it becomes like doctrine and then you feel like you have to do all these things or your makeup's wrong. There's no rules in makeup. Because I put glittery eyeshadow in my crease and people will tell you that that's wrong. I could do a pink eye because my shirt is kind of a pink color. I think that's what we're going to do. Something relatively fast because I don't want to be here for an eternity. Oh, Jean, I don't know if you saw, I left you comment on one of your videos. I found the version or the movie The Thirst that you were talking about. It is on Prime. So I started watching it last night and I'm going to finish watching it tonight so we can do that for the video. It is on Prime and it is the right one. The kids that go to like the boot camp out in the desert. So yeah, I turned it on last night. I only got about 15 minutes in, so I'll watch the rest of it tonight. Oh, okay. I didn't see the one that you left me back. I'll look at that. But when I was looking at the different versions of the movie cover, there was one that looked familiar where it's like the guy coming up with the thing, but it was in a blue background. I was like, it's funny because that was a movie Prime had suggested, like in the recommended line. That's a movie that Prime's actually recommended to me, and I hadn't watched it yet. So I thought that was funny. Because when I was looking through, I was like, that looks familiar. So I went into Prime to see if it was still available, and it is still available. So I think that's good because then if people watch the video and they have Prime, they don't want to download Vudu, the Vudu app, they can watch it. So I was excited that I found it and it was the right one. I like putting shimmer under my eyebrows, brow highlight. That color is too dark, but I think I've already put it there, so I'm going to do. Yeah, a friend of mine got me a gift card for graduation when I graduated from beauty school, and I bought this palette because it was one I had been wanting for a long time, and then I've only used it once, which is silly. Oh, you're dragging. Oh, is she okay? Yeah, I'm tired too. I didn't get enough sleep. You're probably more tired than I am, but I hope she's okay. Oh, what color? I'll do this. Yeah, I hope she's doing okay. My father-in-law had to go to the ER last week. He had shingles. Oh, is she still at the hospital or is she back at home? Oh no. Poor thing. I hope it gets better. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, my mom had to have her gallbladder removed a couple of years ago. Hers stopped working. Mine does not work well. Mine's at like 55%, but it has to be at like 30% before they'll remove it because I was having issues with mine. Oh, let her know. I hope she feels better. That's horrible. Yeah, last year on my birthday, I had a colonoscopy the day after my birthday. So my birthday last year was spent drinking that gallon of junk because they were trying to figure out if it was my stomach. I was having pain and I couldn't eat anything ever. I felt nauseous all the time, and so I had my gallbladder looked at. I had my stomach, my intestines, everything. Come to find out, I have a enzyme deficiency in my pancreas, so that was what apparently the problem was. But I hope she feels better. Yeah, I'm with Jean. I'm surprised they didn't keep her and do observation there for a while. Yeah, other than removing the gallbladder, there's not really much they can do for it. I found out that too. So that's, yeah, I had the test done on mine. And yeah, like I said, mine's not working, but it's not working bad enough for them to take it. So in a couple of years, if I start having issues again, I'll have to have the test done. And then if it's below 30%, then I'll go in and remove it. Which I think is stupid. Like if it's not working, just go in and take it out. Because I feel like leaving it and having it not function properly sometimes is way worse. Oh, you had yours taken out too? Yeah. I feel like if there's issues with it and it's not working, then just take it. I hope she feels better. Yeah, I had trouble sleeping and then the baby woke up at 4. So I'm tired too, but you are probably way tired than I am. So I didn't plan out this. I've been trying to be better about planning out my makeup, but I have contemplated about not wearing any today. I have had that thought a couple of times. I bet it was scary. Yeah, it's scary when your kids get sick. It is for sure. Yeah, my father-in-law had to go to the ER last Monday because he was not feeling well and was in pain, and he had a shingles outbreak again. Once you've had shingles, you're more susceptible to it, and so he's been in bed this whole week from that. My sister-in-law was watching the baby, and then my mother-in-law started her like leave because my sister-in-law's her baby's due on Monday, so she started her vacation Thursday, so she's at home, so she's going to be watching her. Yeah. Said he had it before and he's been under stress because like my mother-in-law's sister is living there. Their house is kind of under construction, so the master bedroom is not finished. The room that my in-laws are in is a room with a bathroom, but it's not the master bedroom. So they're trying to get the master bedroom done so that they can move her sister into their room and they can take the master. So he's been under stress. My sister-in-law is having a baby. Like her and her husband live there too. So I think that's what brought it on. It is painful and it can cause like nerve damage. So the nerve damage can like be lifelong after it's cleared up. Yeah. So yeah, I think it was too much stress. I'm gonna try and do. Oh, and I have glitter all over my face. Let's take care of that first. Yeah, if you end up with fallout, just use a fluffy brush and let a light hand and it will come right off. I'm going to attempt eyeliner. And I don't take it all the way in because my eyes run. And it ends up my eyelid in my, like, it ends up being a huge mess. I will try and do a tutorial video on this at some point. I'm using my laptop, so I'm sure the camera is not, I know the quality isn't as good as when I use my phone. And mine never match, so I do, yeah, pretty much this some variation of this every morning. I won't always do liner, but I usually do some sort of eyeshadow and then the full like base, because it doesn't take me that long. I've pretty much been doing the same thing for a while, so my face makeup doesn't take me that long. So I don't really have a no makeup look because it doesn't take me much longer to go from like just my base to like this. So I tend to either wear everything or nothing. I don't really have a in between. And yeah, my wing liner never matches, so don't get discouraged, Marcy, if you're doing it and it doesn't, because mine never does. I wear glasses, so it helps cover it up. Like they're better today, but I've had days where one's like clearly angled up and one's not, and I just leave it because I feel like I end up looking a little like drag queenish, like just trying to fix it. But you see, it didn't take me that long to do my eyeshadow. And I threw the liner on. So it doesn't take me that long because I pretty much do the same kind of eye. I just switch up the colors. Now, if I am doing a little bit more elaborate eye, it can take me a little bit longer, but like what I just did, oh, torture device, yeah. And this is an expensive one too. This is a $20 eyelash curler because my eyelashes do not curl well. They don't hold a curl. So like this one is one that I've heard was really good. So I bought it because yeah, my eyelashes will not stay curled. It's super annoying. And I don't wear falsies because I have my glasses on. I used to wear false eyelashes every day when I wore contacts. It's hard to find ones that don't hit my glasses, so I don't wear them anymore. Probably glitter. I feel like it's glitter because I can't see anything. So I will go back and forth a bunch of times with this thing to try and get them curled really well, because the second I put mascara on, they're going to droop. I developed like really bad, like dry eye after I had my older daughter. And so like the contacts I was wearing had to be the night and day ones because my eyes couldn't stand, the taking them in and out every day. So I was doing the night and day and I was having to put drops in like 10 times. And it just got super annoying. So I ended up just switching and wearing glasses. I haven't tried wearing contacts. It's probably been 4 years since I've tried. I've thought about getting a contact prescription, but I don't know. Like I said, with as bad as like everything on my face being dry, I know my eyes are still dry. So I don't know if it's even worth trying to spend the money to see if I could wear them. And it was expensive because those night and day ones they're a little bit costly. I mean, it's nice because you can leave them in for a whole month. I like the way I look with glasses too. My friends at work, she likes the way I look with glasses too. And Mike has said that he thought it would be weird if I ever wore contacts because he's never seen me with contacts. And I do like elaborate eye makeup. So he's like, it would be weird to be able to like really see it. And I was like, yeah. And then I'd have the false lashes on too. And so I'm to the point where I just kind of left it alone because I was able to get my glasses free through the VA. So I didn't have to pay for the exam or anything. They gave me a free pair of sunglasses too. So I have prescription sunglasses now. So that saved money. I've been paying for it and I didn't realize I could go to the VA to get glasses. So I did that this year. So yeah, everything was free. But they don't do contact prescriptions or anything. So if I wanted to wear contacts, I'd do that. Okay. And then I probably need to put a little bit more. This is an old bottle and I've been trying to use up spray that I don't like the nozzle. So if you have a setting spray that you don't like and you have one that you do, put it in a different bottle. I've seen where people like throw them away and they get rid of them. Just transfer it to a different bottle. And then, because this one had a little bit of a fragrance in it, so then it makes it smell too. Let me spray one more time, and that's it. So I do this same basic thing every day, and I just kind of wait for it to dry. But I'm gonna go. I have to go fix my hair really quick. But thank you guys. I'm glad you were able to come on. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Like I said, I don't do like anything spectacular, but I appreciate you guys sitting here with me, and I think I will try and do another. I don't work tomorrow, but I work Monday morning. So, oh, thank you, Marcy. So I think I will try and do another live Monday morning, probably about 5:30 because I'll actually get up when I'm supposed to. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Marcy, I hope your daughter feels better, and I will talk to everybody soon. Hopefully, I hope you have a good day.